The biggest mistakes people make when pitching on Shark Tank. I've been an investor now for 5 years. I've been in this space from consulting to equity, to investing in deals, to creating deals, to being a part of different companies going public, you name it. I've also pitched. I've pitched on Shark Tank Casting Call. I've been on multiple different reality TV shows where I was pitching to get investment money. So I've learned from the pitching side, but I've also taken thousands of pitches now with our company, KBet Holdings, where we have equity in 40 some companies, anywhere from telehealth to medicine to tech industry, franchises, you name it. And so I've learned a lot in taking pitches. I want to share this, just how you can perfect your pitch, but also what not to do, what investors do not want to see. Don't say an influencer is your plan for success, that you're going to get the Kardashians, you're going to get some influencer industry, and that's going to be your success for the business. Don't say that. Another mistake people make is they don't talk about the numbers. I love the passion, I love the inspiration around the business, but I need to know the numbers. As an investor, I want to know if I'm going to give you money, how am I going to get return? And then what are you going to do with that money? What will that money get you? Where will that money get you to? What milestone? I want to know the upside. Are you going to be able to take this company to a 10 million, 100 million valuation? Are you going to exit? What are the exit plans? You going public, you can acquire, profit sharing. How can I get my money back? Plus some, and not just getting my money back with a 5 to 10% interest. I want to know how I'm getting a potential opportunity for a 5, 10, 20, 30x return, potentially a unicorn investment that is. So I want to know the numbers. Most people when pitching never talk about their customer acquisition costs. And what that means is what it costs me to acquire a customer. So if you were pitching me and you had marketing dollars, and let's say you wanted $1 million towards marketing, and you understood that with your $1 million, you could acquire a customer at, let's say it costs you $100 to acquire, and you're getting a $400 return. Well, that $1 million in the marketing world would turn into $4 million. I want to know those numbers. You need to know how you're acquiring your customers. What's the strategy you're doing to acquire customers? And again, if you're putting money into marketing, roughly how much money are you going to get back? Another mistake that people make when pitching is they are confused, or making you confused as an investor, of what they're actually pitching. I don't get it. I don't see it right away. Or they're trying to pitch too many things. Be focused. What is the problem that you're solving? What is your product? What is the solution? And what's the opportunity? You need to be very clear and concise. Another thing people do is they try to memorize in their brain the pitch word for word, and then what happens is they come up, they go 15, 20 seconds in, and they may forget, and they stop and they pause. Sometimes it's good to just tell stories. And I have been there and memorized it all, but when I did it so many times, hundreds of times, for when I did go on a reality TV show and I pitched back then for my invention, Arctic Stick, I got it flawlessly. I did not stop. And even if I would get caught up, I would just keep going. But the best pitches have a great story. If you can tell a great story, well, you're going to get people to see your story, see your vision. They're more likely to want to get behind you, to invest. So be concise. Don't be confusing. Tell a story, share the vision, and how an investor can get involved in that vision. So knowing all the things that you should not do, here's a 3-step process that I learned from my mentor and business partner, Kevin Harrington, who's one of the original sharks of Shark Tank. His 3-step formula. You gotta tease them, you gotta please them, and you gotta seize them. So let me explain. In your pitch at the beginning, you need to tease them with an attention-grabbing problem. So what is the problem you're solving? The next thing is, how can you solve that problem with your product or service? How are you capturing that market? There's so many people that have this problem. How are you helping solve that problem with your product or service? Which means they will pay for it. They will pay for your product because it's a problem they don't want in their life anymore. So that's where you get into the please. You're pleasing them with a solution. You have a solution to this big problem. The biggest companies out there, billion-dollar companies, they were just solving big problems. So show your solution, show your product and service, show all the good things about it, show why it's different, show why people want the product and service, why they're already buying it or going to buy it. What can it do to make the world a better place? But also show them all the revenue streams with that product or service. Not just a one-time sale. Is there more products that will come from that? Is there continuity? Is there monthly recurring revenue? What are all the revenue streams that will come from that one problem that you were solving? And the last one, the most important, is you have to seize them. This is where most people make a mistake. You need to seize them with the opportunity for them to get involved. You need to ask for the sale. You need to say, hey, because of this problem I'm solving, here's opportunity, and here's how you can get involved. And you got to give them an irresistible offer. And that is saying, hey, if you invest $5 million in my company, you will get 10% equity, and that's at a $50 million valuation. And within 2 years, I will turn that into a $500 million valuation. We will go public. You will get a 10x return. That's just an example. How are they going to get their money back? Liquidation event, which could be going public, selling the equity off, or enjoying profit shares for a long time, just like the people that got in early on Facebook or Instagram or any of those platforms. So show the opportunity for them, have the irresistible offer, seize them, and get that moment where they can invest in your company and help you get the money you need. That said, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Share your comments below. And if you want to give me a pitch, send me your ideas, send me your pitch deck, Brandon@BrandonTadams.com. And I look forward to hearing from you.